Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Yoshi. For those that are a returning viewer or subscriber, I just want to say thank you for coming back. I peeked on YouTube the other day and I noticed that there were over 600 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. I don't pay attention to the numbers, so that was just cool to know. And then also, if you are a new viewer, I just want to say welcome. If you want, please spend a few minutes with me. We talk everything cross-stitch. And everything that we'll be talking about today is in regards to the month of May. For May, I have, I believe, 2 new whips, which is a work in progress. And then I have, I think, only 1 item to show for haul. But yeah, I think that's everything. Few things to note. For the month of May, I felt like I did not get a lot done. My stitch count, I felt like was very low. And the reason for that is the first week of May, work was very busy. Like, my boss's boss was on me because he wanted to get these things created. And he was tuning in like every hour. And I'm like, dude, we're getting them painted. You gotta wait a few minutes, a few hours, a few days. Just because, you know, for the guys to paint everything, paint doesn't dry instantly. It takes time. It needs sunlight. And I kept trying to tell my boss, I'm like, he is on my back. Like, I need him to stop. Work is getting done. But yeah, he was just checking in every hour. And I'm like, I don't have an update. The last update was the last one from X amount of hours ago. But yeah, the project was successful. The sad thing is, once the project was finished, my boss's boss did not really care, to be honest. There were other things to worry about. So it felt like I was doing something that was being monitored 24/7, and then when the product was finished, it felt like all that work was for nothing. So that sucks. Another thing, about 2 weeks ago, I live in Houston. We had some horrible weather. It knocked out a lot of power, a lot of trees went down, fences. I think 7 people died from the horrible winds, storm, maybe a light twister. I don't officially know what it was. But yeah, we went without power. I believe there was about over 800,000 homes without power, which, you know, each home probably contains like 2-4 people. I don't know. And so I went without power for 4 days. And trying to cross stitch during that time, it's very difficult because 1, it's hot. 2, when you get the fabric, it's laying on your lap or in your hands and it just makes everything hotter. 3rd, when it's dark. You can't cross stitch with candlelight. Yeah, so that was a fun 4 days to go through. I just, you know, lost my momentum during that time because I was exhausted from the heat. Just trying to stay as cool as possible, which luckily I had some friends that were willing for me to stay with them, or letting me do laundry, this or that. So yeah, that was May for the most part. Real quick, one thing I want to cover is last video I talked about the Deadly Aquarium style. I am participating in it, and I did find a fabric that I want to use. Last time I showed something called Jellyfish Fields, which I wasn't really feeling the fabric, and the comments were like, if you're not feeling it, don't go with it. And so I found something else from my local LNS, I know that word, in Houston. It's called 3 Stitches, and there was this fabric I fell in love with, and they didn't have the right size for me. And so I found a second one, and I'm like, you know what, I could kind of use that, but I was debating. And then I went back later to that shop, and I'm like, looking at the fabric that I originally liked, and I'm like, gosh, like that would be so perfect. And I was gonna have my heart contempt on just getting the runner-up piece. I was like, this would work too, but I'm not loving it as much as this one. And then the lady comes up to me and I'm like, I love that color. I'm like, it's just not the right size. And she's like, oh, we could contact our local dyer, and she can dye it. She can do anything. And I'm like, if she could do that, like, that would help me so much because I am in love with this piece. So here's the fabric. It's called Boxing Day, and it's from my local LNS, so there's not really a website to go get it from. I've showed this in pictures. I hope it's gonna appear. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. In the pictures, it just came out more blue, more light, and it came out in so many different ways except this color. And this is Boxing Day. So this is what I'm gonna be stitching my Deadly Aquarium salon. If you have seen my Instagram, you've seen my progress on my sal. And you know that I'm doing a gold conversion on the frame of the piece. The reason for the conversion, I told Andrew, I'm like, in my mind, I am viewing, like I come up with stories. I'm like a fantasy type person. I'm very rich. I have money. And I'm here to see the most amazing sea creatures in this world. And I go to this exhibit and it's expensive. It's gold. Only the rich can attend this event. And some reason I'm thinking a gold frame aquarium with these creatures that you don't normally see. And yeah, I'm doing a gold frame conversion. I might convert other things depending how the rest of the project looks. But the reason why I wanted to convert was, one, in my mind, a gold frame just made more sense. Two, my fabric is dark. It's darker than what they suggested. So I felt like the gold was going to pop better. If I went with the brown color, it would have felt very dark and menacing. A little, I don't know, like, I want to say the word dank, but I don't know if that's the correct term. But I'm like, I either go dark and menacing or I go rich exhibit. And that's what I went with. I will show the piece in my next video if you are curious what it looks like. There's an Instagram. I think it's called the Cross Stitch Guy. I don't know my handle name, but yeah, I'll post a link. All right, guys, so the first piece I'm going to show is my World of Disney piece. I worked on this for the last week of April, so this is the update for that piece. Real quick, this is what it looked like before. And for this month, I added, let's see, 279 stitches. So this is what it looks like now. And with this piece, I get excited because I think I only had like 180 stitches on it at the start of the year. And just seeing it like get quadrupled basically, like it's amazing. There's not much to look at because this is just a frame of the border that goes around the image. But yeah, this is World of Disney. All right, guys, so for my next whip, I worked on the haunted house. And honestly, I only put 160 stitches in because this was the first week of May where I just wasn't feeling my stitching bug. I was more consumed with work. And really, I only pulled it out because I was close to the 2% mark, which I'm glad to say we made it to 2.12%. So real quick, this is what it looked like before. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like. If you've been following my journey, you know I'm just knocking out the rows one by one. I think I need to start rolling it up instead of folding because it's, you know, I don't want the threads to get messed up, my stitches. So I may have to start doing that. But yeah, this is the haunted house, which I'm just working on the sky. Here's a quick little close-up because really there's not much to view. But yeah, this is the haunted house. All right, so this next piece is my Mirabilia, which I'm doing the first Mirror Sal with Andrew. Andrew, if you're watching, I didn't make much progress on it, so yeah. Yeah, I am working on Lily of the Woods. Oh, okay, I put 561 stitches in it. Some reason I was thinking I did less than 300 stitches. I did 561 stitches, which isn't good, really. I could do more. I could do better. But this brings me, I believe, past the 25% mark as far as the cross stitches go. Real quick, this is what she looked like before. And this is what she looks like now. So I filled in her leg right here. So now that is complete. And I was just working on her dress. I'm trying to get it all the way down to complete it. But yeah, this is Lily of the Woods. I love her. I don't know why I didn't give her enough love for the month of May, because it was Mira May. I don't know why. But yeah, this is Lily of the Woods. And for those of you who don't know, I'm doing a red conversion on this one. She originally comes, I do this all the time, in a yellow dress. But yeah, I have decided to convert her, which I think I'm about 25% done with the stitching, which Andrew is like miles away. But yeah, this is Lily of the Woods. And really, I love this fabric. It's from Bestitch Me, which I love their fabrics. It's opalescent, and it's called Garden Party. But yeah, this is Lily of the Woods. All right, so this next whip, it is a new start. It's something I purchased this year, and it's Indian Peacock. This is what it's going to look like. And as far as percentage and all that, I don't really know where I'm at, just because it's looks like a full coverage, but it's actually not a full coverage. I did manage to get 1,878 stitches in it, which you can tell which piece I loved for this month of May. And also I'm taking a different approach to it when it comes to stitching. I am color completing, which that is something I have never done before, because most of the projects I'm working on have too many colors and it creates a messy background. But for this one, I decided to color complete. And part of me, the reason for doing that was because I'm like, I don't know how much extra threads they give you, because it's a dimensions, it's a dimensions kit. And so I was like, do I have enough to be playful, or do I need to be frugal? I don't really know. So that's why I started color completing, and I just stuck with it. So I have completed 2 colors off of it, and I started my 3rd one. And this is what it looks like right now, which it's kind of hard to see these pink colors, I'm not going to lie. When I completed the first pink color, it was a light pink. I'm like, cool, can't really see it. But up here is the new color I'm putting in. I'm going to give y'all a quick close-up. Flowers, peacock's head is right there, the body of the peacock. And then some more flowers. So that is Indian Peacock. I do wish that they kind of gave you a little bit more of the Ada. Just because putting it in the Q-snap, I felt like sometimes it was too close to the border, and it was hard to stitch the top. And then, honestly though, also if you want to stitch it without a frame, I think it's possible, because this is very stiff. You can see every fold line I have created, and yeah. This needs to get ironed one day when it's completed. But yeah, there are a few people that I know that are stitching on the Indian Peacock. It's a lovely piece. I like it. And I only bought it because I first saw it on Instagram, and then I come and discover like everyone's stitching it for the most part. So yeah, that is Indian Peacock, which is my new start for the month of May. My other new start is the Deadly Aquarium style, but I'm going to show that in my next video. As far as my plans go for June, my goal is to continue working on the frame for the Deadly Aquarium style. I know I said I was going to touch Wonderful World map for the month of May, but I never did. I need to touch that piece, because that is the last whip that I have from last year that I have yet to touch. So once I work on that one, all of my whips will be worked on for this year, at least. And also I'm just working on getting all of my whips up to at least 1,000+ stitches. Half of my whips currently are in the 1,000 mark. So I have 20 whips. 10 of them are at 1,000 and above. The other 10 are 100, or I should say from 1, because Wonderful World map has 1 stitch. From 1 to almost 1,000. So I'm going to try to knock out at least maybe 2 or 3, get them to that 1,000 mark, but we'll see. I never really stick to the plans that I create, guys. I'm a big liar. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know I am one of those people who I'm like, I'm going to do this and that. I just don't do it. Alright guys, so that is everything. I just want to say thank you if you're still here. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching the whole video. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe. But yeah, that is everything. Keep stitching. I'm going to do the same. and hopefully I have a lot more to show for next month, because I'm gonna be crazy, I think, for the month of June on stitching. Bye.